Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I want to review this gorgeous wig for you, which is called Take a Bow by Raquel Welch in the beautiful color Shaded Sand. Now, if you want to know how the color is composed, what special features she has, how the cap looks from the inside, and how I like her, then stick around and let's get started. So she is called Take a Bow and it's the second style I got on loan from perückenglück.de, my favorite online wig shop in Germany. And if you've watched my recent review of Straight Up with a Twist Elite, I was talking about these three styles by Raquel Welch that my dear friends Jan and Silke sent me from the sale or the clearance section so I can try them on and of course review them for you. And after I asked, they also allowed me to style them a little bit, because most wigs when they arrive straight out of the box, they are more or less face floppers, unless it's a style with bangs that you wear into your face. But this is a super easy fix, you know. All you need is a white tooth comb or a wig brush and a blow dryer. And in just a couple of seconds or under a minute, you can get these fibers redirected and out of your face and have them move more backwards and give it a little lift here in front, which I always prefer. And then you can go ahead and wear it right out of the box, because the rest of the style is absolutely gorgeous and just as it's supposed to look. Now, dear Jan and Silke, thank you ever so much for lending these styles to me. I really like them a lot. I'm still thinking about getting one of these for myself, or maybe more. So I'm really happy I get the chance to show you these styles, and this here is one that came out I think last year in the Sheer Luxury collection by Raquel Welch. And after I saw it, I thought, oh, this is definitely one for me. And if you like styles like Upstage or also Showrunner that I have recently reviewed, you should also love this one here, because I think it's very close to at least Upstage, which is one of my all-time favorite styles. It's really so similar, and the only difference is the cap. Whereas Upstage is fully hand-tied, this one here is mostly hand-tied with a left side monofilament part, but the rest of the top here is hand-tied. It's not a monofilament, but you could also, if you like, part this on the right or in the middle if you prefer. It wouldn't look the same as on the part here. It would look a little different because it's hand-tied and not monofilament, which means that the fibers are knotted more in clusters. So it would look a little bit different, but it still wouldn't look really bad as if you part a wefted or basic cap. And they changed this recently because I think many people weren't so happy with these caps. And now they have the Lux Slide Cap 2, which has a full mono top again. So you are free to part wherever you like. But on this style here, it's, like I said, just the left side part. And the other difference, I think, is that they used less fibers on Take a Bow in comparison to Upstage. It's a little thinner and a little bit more natural, although I also think that Upstage looks incredibly natural. And I think these two styles look very much alike, but I think it feels a little bit less dense than Upstage. But other than that, I think they are pretty close. Now, this one here also features an extended lace front. Like I said, a left side mono part, and the rest of the cap is mostly hand-tied with some wefts in the back that they add for stability and endurance, because in the back is where you get the most tension when you brush through or even comb through to remove any tangles. And the special features are done extremely well, as we are used to by Raquel Welch, and of course I'm going to show you this from up close. Now, the lace front is done impeccably, as always. I really, really love those lace fronts by Raquel Welch. I think they do the best lace fronts, along with Tresillure, in my opinion. The density here is absolutely perfect. You can see through to my scalp, which means it doesn't look like alopecia with many other brands that do it. that way that I don't like, and this one here has a really perfect density. They also brought some highlights up to the hairline, but it's not a white band, and because of those light fibers, you can't see any knots. They're so fine, and with the light fibers, you know, you just don't see any knots. It's really beautiful, and it's extended, like I said, all the way into the ear tab to approximately here. And the part here is also done really well. You can see through to my scalp or the wig cap I'm wearing underneath, and it looks extremely natural and still has enough fibers here on top, and not too little, because that's a trend that I hate, that a lot of manufacturers are doing now. Also Raquel Welch on other styles, but not on this one here. I think the density is great. It's, like I said, on the lower end, or rather medium. At least it has enough fibers on top. And as always, I'm really happy with the special features. Now let's have a look at her from all sides, and after that, of course, also outside in natural daylight. So how do you like Take a Bow? Do you love it just as I? Do you agree that it is very similar to Upstage? Please let me know in the comments below. I would really love to know. Now the cap fits rather true to average, or a little bit smaller. It's definitely not as big as the Straight Up with a Twist, which had some extra room and bulk here in the back. This one fits perfectly for my head, but I think it still has some stretch and would also fit a little larger head. Now another difference in the caps is that this one here has those silicone inlays they placed inside the ear tabs and in the back of the nape, which is a feature that I absolutely love. I think it's really great, and if you usually wear wig grips, you can leave them off and just wear this like it is, because those silicone strips really give you an extra grip on your skin. It really feels great. You don't really feel it on your skin, you just feel that it is gripping to your skin, and you get that extra security that you usually get from a wig grip. I do really love that feature and wish they would do this with all caps. It's really fabulous. But if you really don't like it, because it's hand stitched with very little stitches, you can just use a seam ripper and remove those silicone inlays in maybe a minute or two if you don't like it. But like I said, I absolutely love this feature. And as always, let's have a look at the cap from the inside. So here is that beautiful cap from the inside. Here you can see the lace front that is extended all the way into the ear tab, and here is that silicone inlay I was talking about, and then that seamlessly goes into that lace or monofilament part, which is quite deep and also pretty wide. And this part here is hand tied, as well as the rest of the cap. And just at the very nape, there are very few wefts sewn in just for extra stability. And in the extended nape, it also has that silicone strip here for that extra grip and security. And then she also has adjustable straps with Velcro. So all in all, this is a very well made, high quality cap. Now, just like Upstage, I think this is a longer bob. It's even longer than just shoulder length, because it has those flippy ends here in the back, and here the front is curled inwards, or you can also change that if you like. I mean, you can always change the flip if you like it flipped inwards or outwards, but this style is, in my opinion, extremely elegant, and I really love it. Now, the fibers are Raquel Welch true to life fibers, which of course are heat friendly, and you can use your heat tools to change or alter the style if you like. And you can also mend the ends once they start getting frizzy and start fraying. You can just take a straightening iron or a straightening brush and go through there and also straighten the ends if you don't like the flips, or use your curling iron to make them flippy again and make the fibers and the ends feel like new again in no time. I also prefer the heat-defined fibers because they're not shiny at all, or not as shiny as the regular synthetic fibers. Now, is there any permatease? Actually, no, I don't feel any. I tried to find it, but there is no permatease, not even on the sides. And like I said, it has a rather lower density at least for Raquel Welch. And it's what I would call a lower to medium density and maybe a little bit lower than Upstage in comparison. And it definitely feels and looks extremely natural. All right, now let's have a look at that beautiful color outside in natural daylight. Now, the color is called Shaded Sand and has the color code RL1621SS. And Raquel Welch describes the color as shaded light blonde with medium brown. Now, that is one of the shortest descriptions I've ever read. If we have a short look at the color codes, the 16 is a honey blonde, and which gives it a little more warmth in comparison to my favorite color, Shaded Biscuit, which has the 19 as the base color, which is a sandy blonde. And the second color they give us is the 21, which is the sandy blonde, and it's more a medium sandy blonde, whereas the Shaded Biscuit has the 23, which is a light ash blonde. Now, the honey blonde and the sandy blonde together give a warmer tone, but there's also a platinum in here. But in comparison to Shaded Biscuit, it has a little bit less dimension and less of those platinum highlights, which make it a little bit darker than Shaded Biscuit. And if you wear Shaded Biscuit, I think this is the perfect fall or winter color, but of course you can wear Shaded Sand all year round, and it's a gorgeous color as well. All right, that was my review of Take a Bow. I hope you liked it and it's helpful. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future videos, and this also supports my channel. Now, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're well, stay that way, and I will see you again soon. Take care, bye-bye. Now, if you'd like to see the other two styles I was talking about and comparing this one to, here's my review of Upstage, or here is my review of Showrunner, which is similar, just a tiny little bit longer. Or you just watch them both.